Hello my dear YouTube friends, hi, how are you doing? Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Mia and I hope you consider subscribing to my channel for lots more diamond painting content, walks around my little town, whatever I find funny. And yeah, there's a subscribe button right down there. Next to it you will find a bell. If you ding that bell and choose all, you will be notified whenever I put up a new video. And if you're back, hi friends, welcome back. I hope you know how much I appreciate each and every one of you for watching my videos. And all of you, please hit the like button down below. It really does help my channel out and it makes me happy. So please do so before you leave this video. So today we're doing a Wip Chat. And if you're new to the craft and don't know what a Wip Chat is, WIP, W-I-P, stands for work in progress. My whip is a diamond painting. You can knit, crochet, cross stitch, whatever you want to do. You can take a walk, you can do grocery shopping, drive your car, or you can just sit back in your couch and relax and listening to me rambling on and treat this as a podcast. Chat, well, chat means I'm gonna chat your ears off for a while, okay? Okay. So what am I working on today? Well, this is a question of reality by Christopher Lavelle, and look at it. I love it. Where am I? I am right down here, isn't here by the fingers. Yep. You can see the pills over here. So yeah, this is a square drill diamond painting, and it is a 70 by 99 centimeters. So it is rather big, but you can see I'm getting down there. So yeah, so that is the painting we're having. Then I have two pens. I have this one beautiful pen from Leopard Leatherworks. This was a gift from Diamonds and Doxies, Leanne. Beautiful, I love it. It has the gold and silver sparkles in it, and purple and white. I love it. So this is from Leopard Leatherworks, and it has a single placer from Diamond Art Club with a glue dot in it, and it doesn't have a single placer, a multi-placer, I'm sorry. This one, this one is from North Alchemist. It's beautiful as well. It has these whitish, looks yellow right now, but it is supposed to be white and purple, and it has a single place from Diamond Art Club with a glue dot in it. And up here it has a 7 placer with some chit from Enabler's Outpost, and chit is Romanian and stands for putty. This is in the scent of cotton candy, and it is this amazing blue color, as you can see. And yeah, look at them, Edward and Elizabeth. And yeah, you have their website here, but I will have a link down below. And then I have my tray from Bella de Nicole. I have this little cover minder, which is, well, not a cover minder, a trash drill from Angie's Sparkle Addiction Art. I love these little ones. Then I have my trusted tweezers. I have my diamonds, my drills in this little Elizabeth wood container. I use 2 sizes. This is the extra small, and this is the small, and these are the only sizes that I use. So yeah, let's get into it. I need to do this, otherwise I can't see my symbols. Oh, hang on. I'm trying. What are we doing? There you are. I'm sorry, I was trying to make it all a little less blurry for you guys. Apparently, I didn't really succeed. So I am practicing multi-placing, and I am getting better. But apparently, for some reason, I find multi-placing extremely hard when I'm chit-chatting with you guys. So let's see if I got any of it done today. So yeah, how are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. Please let me know down in the comment field how you're doing and what you're working on while listening to me rambling on. Me, well, I'm mostly good. I still have some hip issues. They were getting better, but then I have no idea what I did yesterday, but for some reason my hip snapped out of its joint, which, ow, and I was right back at being in pain. I was doing better actually, but yeah, that happened, and now I'm waiting for it to be better again. And you know what, it will. I just have to be a little patient. I didn't sleep very well due to all the pain, because every time I moved, pain shot through me, which isn't really amazing when you try to sleep. But other than that, I feel good. I have a, I don't know, kind of a frog in my throat that's been there forever, but it doesn't affect me in any way other than I'm coughing. But you know, not in a bad way. It just sounds way worse than it is, because I don't feel sick in any way, you know. I just have a frog in my throat. So yay, hello. So today is Wednesday, right? So and this video will be edited the second I'm done filming it, and I will put it up as fast as I can. I wanted to film yesterday, but yesterday I was babysitting my most beloved niece, Rosa. Her dad, my brother, had to attend a meeting, so I was down there putting her to bed, and she has reached that age, you know, where she is testing limits. You know, she was getting up all the time. I mean, I think I had to send her up to bed like 4 or 5 times before she actually stayed up there, which, yeah. And she was supposed to clean all her toys away before going to bed. And I've told her, you know, so if you're fast, we can go out and you can ride your, you calling them running bikes? I think you are. So she didn't want to clean away her toys, and she was like, so we can do this together. And I'm like, you know what, little you, I didn't, you know, put your toys all over the floors, so you better best doing this, get going, you know. So if you want to go out and run a little, you better get started on the on getting all your toys put away. And she had to, pretended that she was angry and crying and what little girls do when they don't want to do as they've been told. And you know what, I'm the kind of person, I'm trying not to laugh because it's so dramatic. And she finally, and I mean finally, got done putting all her toys away. She was like, now can we go outside? And I'm like, honey, you spent more than an hour doing this. So basically it's time for you to go to bed. And she was annoyed by that. And I'm like, I did tell you to get a move on if you wanted to get out. And you chose to still mope and be slow and play more than you put it away. I mean, she knows what time she's going to bed. She knows that around 7:30 we're going out, brushing her teeth, doing all the stuff. She's getting her night diaper. She's only using a diaper when she's asleep now. And mostly it's dry when she wakes up. But, but she and my brother had baked yesterday. So we had a piece of cake before, I was brushing her teeth and whatnot. Got her upstairs and she got undressed and all the things. Put her into bed, read her a story. We read Beauty and the Beast. That is still a favorite of hers. And then I kissed her goodnight, told her I loved you, and sleep tight, and all the things you tell a 4-year-old. And I went downstairs to the living room. And I don't know, how long did it take her? Maybe 5-10 minutes. She came downstairs. She had to pee. Okay. So go out to the bathroom and pee. Okay, I said goodnight, go to bed. She went upstairs. Then she called that her nighttime diaper wasn't put on the right way after she'd been peeing. So we got that fixed, and I sent her up again, told her, it's now you have to sleep, done. And she was up there, and I could hear her singing a little, talking to herself. And I was like, yeah, okay, let's give her a few minutes to do that. And then I heard the little pitter-patter on the stairs again. And she came down, and she looked at me, a little sheepish, and was like, I missed you, Auntie. And, I was trying really hard not to smile. Because, she had seen me literally, I don't know, 5-10 minutes ago. And I was, told her, you know what, I also miss you, but honey, you have to go to bed now. Because otherwise, you will be tired tomorrow when you and Daddy are doing a lot of fun stuff. Yeah, and I don't want to see you down here again. Go to bed, stay in bed, fall asleep. She was, moping a little, and I was like, I mean it. Go to bed. And she was walking up the stairs, and I was standing, below the stairs looking up at her. And she turned around and she said, can you please say hi to Uncle for me? I miss him. It's like, yes, I can do that. sleep tight. Seems like, sleep tight, auntie. I love you. Like, She is the cutest little kid, but it's so fun. You know what? I think that age is the best. That age where they really test the limits of what they can and what they can't do. It is funny. I get it. I don't have her every day. I get it. But, yeah. And I'm going down there again Thursday night to babysit. My brother has another meeting. So I get to put her to bed twice this week. I didn't have her Monday due to my hip. I could barely walk Monday. So, but she and Daddy was downtown having fun, so that's fine. We had been talking about going to the beach, all four of us, meaning David, I, my brother, and Rosa. But the weather was a little gloomy, so it wasn't really beach weather. And yeah, and then my hip was really not in the best mood, so I stayed home. And then, you know, like I told my brother, I'm doing my very best to that. So, you know, no, I told him, you know, I'll be there Tuesday, which was yesterday, because I don't have to run around doing a lot of stuff with her. I can do that even with a hip that's not really behaving very well. And luckily, it wasn't until I was home again that my hip snapped out of its socket. Which, by the way, it was loud. Oh my God. It was one of those cracks. It felt like the entire village out here heard it. It felt like it anyway. But yeah. At least, I mean, it hurts. It does. It hurts still. But it isn't as bad as last night, because last night, every time I did any movement at all, I would have that feeling of, you know, like a jolt went right through me, you know? But it's okay, it's okay. David is like, if this doesn't go away soon, you have to contact the doctor, because this isn't normal. I'm like, I know that, but you know what? I mean, I basically just made it bad again yesterday by snapping it out of its, you know, its joint. So I mean, let's give it a few days, see if it's getting better like it was before. Can you hear that I don't like going to the doctor? I hate going to the doctor. I don't go there unless I really have to. I don't have the best track record of doctors. I don't know. I just don't. And it makes me feel sick, which I try not to be. I try not to be, you know, mopey and feel sorry for myself, which I don't feel sorry for myself even with this stupid hip. I'm just annoyed, basically. And it, you know, like I usually say, it came on its own account. It's going away on its own account, hopefully. So yeah, I guess it's going away eventually. Otherwise, I do have to go to that doctor and let them bend and do whatever they want to do, and me saying, ow, or something like that. I assume that it's going to be gone very soon, because no thank you to the doctor. I need to figure out how to film a little further away without you being able to see my entire table, so that I feel like you have my hands in your face more or less, and you might have issues seeing what I'm doing. But then again, how many of you are really watching the screen? Because I rarely watch the screen when I'm, listening to a Wip Chat. I do mostly just listen and work myself. So it's like, most of you most likely just listen and only look up if people tell you to, right? I do have trash in this kit. It kind of annoys me, but I'm assuming that I'll have more than enough drills. I've had that in other kits with a lot of trash in it. So, I don't know. Somebody told me, you should contact Diamond Art Club if you have a lot of trash. And I'm like, maybe others are less picky than me and they don't feel like there is that much trash, because I know I'm picky. I know I'm picky. I don't want trashy drills. I mean, this is the one that I'm using, but I already emptied it once. Oh God, and I just spilled them all over. Well, lucky me or something. I don't know. I'm a klutz. I'm a klutz. Any more? Oh, right. One there. I think that's, no, we had one there as well. But yeah, I mean, I do have a bunch of trashy drills, and it's okay. As long as I have enough diamonds, I'm happy, and I'm pretty sure I will have. And if I don't, I'll contact Diamond Art Club and they'll send me more. That's, the thing is, you just have to write them and be polite, I mean, I have heard people say, oh, they don't respond well, and I'm like, I have never had an issue with contacting Diamond Art Club. Never, not once. And I have had to make one complaint with my very, very first Diamond Art Club that I did. Newton Niffler. It had, it was some of their new 20-faceted diamonds, and the top facet, the triangled 20-faceted ones, the top facet was hollow. It was a hole. So I contacted them. Plus I had some issues with the glue. It was very slippery, so it wouldn't, the drill wouldn't stick to the canvas. And you know, I contacted them and I said, you know, this isn't a complaint per se. I just wanted to let you know that I have these issues, and maybe others have had the same issue and you know, just not reached out to you or something. And they gave me a 15% off discount gift card for my next purchase, which for me it was fine because I could still do the diamond painting, and once I've put the drills down, they would stick. I just couldn't place the drills with my pen for these areas. I had to place them with tweezers, which again, that isn't an issue for me because I don't have an issue. Placing drills with tweezers isn't hard for me at all. I can place up to 4 drills at a time with my tweezers. So yeah. I'm sorry. I've heard people say that, you know, they think being able to place diamonds with tweezers is kind of a superpower. And I'm like, no, for me, it's the tweezers. That's what I found out. For me, it's about the tweezers. If the tweezers are good, I mean, I have these pink tweezers from Diamond Art Club, and I can place my drills with these tweezers, but I can't place them with these tweezers, for instance. I don't know why, I just can't. There seems to be some difference. Maybe the difference is that these are cheap AliExpress tweezers, and I don't know if you can see, but the pointy, it's bending a little outwards. You see that there? So that might be the problem. Because when I try, I maybe be able to pick up one, but I'd never be able to pick up, like, let's see. No, I can't even pick up 2. So, you know, it's fine, it's fine. But picking up 3 drills at a time, it's fine. I can do that. And I'm on you. There you go. Sometimes it's a matter of the drills. I found out that some drills might have a little tab that you can't see or something, and then you just can't pick them up. It's kind of weird. And I'm still, you know, trying to figure it out, you know. If I have issues picking up some of the drills, I'm, you know, with my tweezers, not with my pen. But then I, you know, take a look at them and go like, is there maybe a little tab or something wrong with it, since it won't be picked up with the tweezers? Because it's kind of interesting. What makes the difference between being able to pick it up or not? And I'm a nerd when it comes to these things, so I'm sorry. You know, sometimes I'm like, I wonder, and I can end up, you know, spending way too much time wondering these things. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like I'm a little autistic. I am not autistic, but I have certain traits, because once I go get an interest in something, I have a hard time letting it go again. I need to know all the things. I need to kind of hyper focus and learn. So I'm, you know, it was the same when I began diamond painting. I needed to know all the things right away. You know, what is the best diamond paintings? How do you do this the easiest? What are all the diamond painting terms that you need to know, like single placing and multi-placing and, you know, all that jazz. And I can't help it. It was the same when I started knitting. I also needed to learn all the terms there. That frocking means that you're knitting backwards, you know, peeling off the stitches, or so that you can begin again. And you know, what does KFB means? KFB means knit front back. So that means that you knit through the front loop and then the back loop afterwards. That way you make a stitch. You know, all of these things, I was like, okay, I want to know all of these things, you know. And I wanted to learn as many different ways of knitting. I mean, my friend taught me how to knit, and she's been knitting a whole lot longer than me. Well, I did know how to knit, okay? I just put drills down somewhere I wasn't supposed to. Right? Nope, not that one. That one was supposed to be right there. Yep. And how about, no, that one was supposed to be there as well. Okay, so maybe it was just this one. Okay. Every now and then I talk and then I forget to keep an eye out for what I'm doing. I mean, an X and a cross looks pretty similar. But yeah. So I also want to talk and tell you about this Friday, not Friday coming up, but Friday of last week. I think I told you last week in my responding to your comments that I was to be abducted by my sis, and I had no idea what we were going to do, which I don't like, not knowing what we're doing. I hate surprises. But it turned out to be an amazing day. She picked me up at around 10, and 10:30 we drove away from here. Then we went to this old, what would you call it? It's kind of like a Viking age bridge from the 9th century. There is only pieces of it left, but you can read about it. You can read, you know, this is how much timber that we used. This is how they made it, because the bridge was made in a wet area, so that the Vikings and the kings and stuff like that didn't have to spend, you know, years and weeks and whatnot to drive, to transport themselves around this wet area. It was really interesting, and we walked the length of the bridge. I mean, it was about a kilometer or so each direction. after that, we went to a what's the name? I can't remember. But a place, you know, where you picked up gravel and sand and stuff like that. It was made into a art exhibition for this artist that worked with iron and concrete and wood. I might put in some pictures of the place, the pictures that I took of some of the statues there. They were amazingly done. I will put in some of those here. And we spent some time there. Then we wanted to go take a look at the Eckville girl's grave, but we took a look at the time and we're like, oh, we wanted to go to Yelling to watch Harold Bluetooth. He made this big stone that told about how he christened Denmark, how he made sure that Denmark became a Christian country. And there is also a museum about the Vikings of that time. So we spent some time there. And while we were there, we also had lunch at this pancake house, which was delicious. I had a, well, it's crepes, really, crepes with, I had one with chicken and apples and stuff like that. It was delicious. And I wasn't allowed to pay for myself. And then we stayed there until around 4. We went back to the museum after we looked at the stone and had our lunch. We went back in and we, you know, watched the museum. They have a special exhibition about Bluetooth. You know, the Bluetooth we use in our phones and whatnot to contact each other, to connect our headsets and you know, the mouse and whatnot to our computers, because that is named after Harold Bluetooth. And it was really interesting because they had this letter hanging on the wall that came from the inventors of the Bluetooth itself, that they had been using the Harold Bluetooth symbol, the runes that, you know, made up the initials of Harold Bluetooth. Those are the initials, those are the symbol that is used for Bluetooth, right? But the thing is, they have never asked for permission to use that from, I think, the Danish government or something. I don't know. They were supposed to ask permission somewhere, but they hadn't for the 25 years that, you know, Bluetooth have been in use. So they got the permission and was granted access to use this for the next 1,000 years. So we can use Bluetooth for the next 1,000 years since 2023, and they can use the symbol that they're using now. I found that interesting. It's kind of like, oh, okay. And the thing is, I knew that Bluetooth is, you know, it's named after our Harold Bluetooth, but I never really thought about that the symbol was his initials. I don't know. I might ought to have, but I didn't. And it was also the first time that I was up at that museum, and it was the first time that I saw this big rock. And it was also the first time that I saw that Viking bridge. So it was a day filled up with firsts, because I've also never been to that crepe dinner place, lunch place. And then after we finished at the museum, we went to this place called Klippel-Feil, where David has been there several times with his biking club, and they are known for their, you know, their little cafe where they serve cake and whatnot. And I have been talking about, like, forever that I wanted to go up there and have cake, because now I've heard about it forever. So we actually went up there, and I got to pay for the coffee and cake. Well, we had hot cocoa, and I finally got to pay something. So we had delicious cake. I got some really delicious chocolate cake with some ganache in it. It was so good. And my sis got a brownie with caramel and brownie chunks on top of it. That one looked so good as well. And then the hot cocoa. And they were closing up at 5 p.m. and we got there just around 4:30 p.m. So, you know, we had time to have that cake and cocoa. And then on the other side of the street, there was this old train station that was in use about 1,000 years ago and later. So we went over there, took a look at the old, you know, some of the latest trains that they used, and read about it. And then we drove to Jelling and took a look at the, no, not to Jelling, to Eckville, to take a look at the Eckville girls, where they found her. So, and after that, I was done. I was tired. I was spent. You know, it's been a long day. A lot of talking, a lot of people around me. So basically, I needed to go home. I needed to sit still and just be quiet. So we had left around 10:30 in the morning, and I wasn't home until almost 7 p.m. So it's been a long day, but a good day, a great day, and I really, really enjoyed everything. So it was, I was very grateful that, you know, that I got that day with my sis. I really did. It was fun, and we had fun, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. I was tired, of course I was, but absolutely loved it. Yeah, and Saturday, did I do anything Saturday? Well, did we do anything Saturday? I don't think so. I was tired, so I didn't do a whole lot. I know that. Oh yeah, David wasn't home. He was doing some biking arrangement, so he left rather early, came home, you know, mid-afternoon, and we watched some Chicago-Fire together, and eventually I walked in here a little, you know, to do some diamond painting, and he kept on watching the Chicago-Fire. It's mostly him that is watching it. I just watch every now and then I have like a gazillion questions like, what happened to, and where is this and this, and wait, are they not together anymore? You know, all these questions, you know. Because I don't watch all the episodes, I, you know, miss things. And sometimes I think David is a little annoyed, you know, that either I'm watching it or I'm not, you know. But yeah, it's fun to watch every now and then, and some of the dudes in the show is good looking. So it's fun to watch it, but I don't want to spend hours and hours and hours, you know. I have my own shows that I watch every now and then. I like watching Supernatural. Hang on. I'm sorry. And then I watch Blue Bloods with David, and that's about what I can commit to. At least, I think it is. And then I watch, you know, like a gazillion YouTube videos. So, yeah. But when we do get to go to the US to take a trip down Route 66, we are going to spend some time in Chicago. That's where you begin. And we're gonna, you know, visit the firehouse that they film in Chicago. So, yeah. But we're still, you know, talking about it and planning because it's a lot of money. And we just found out that we might have water leaking in our house. So we contacted our insurance company, and we're waiting for them to, well, David heard from a guy today, but he was from a department that deals with weather dependent damages, and ours isn't, which he also concluded. So he had to send the case back to the department that works with water damage from inside, from pipes and stuff like that. So now we're waiting for those people to get back to us, hopefully tomorrow or something, so that we can get somebody out and figure out if we have water damage. And when they figure that out, we need to, you know, how much are they going to do? Because the issue is with our house that all our flooring from the front door until our sunroom, including the kitchen, is one big flooring. It's one big. Did I do these already? I must have. So yeah, that's a bit of an issue, and we have to figure out, you know, are they paying all of it, or are they just going to pay for some of it, and then we have to pay the rest of it, because kind of it will look ridiculous just replacing some of the flooring. So we will have to, you know, get all of it fixed. If that's what's happening, you know. And that is gonna be quite expensive. We were looking into it. And it can be a lot of money. So yeah, we'll have to see what's going to happen. So yeah, but you know, our house is more important than traveling. So yeah, well, we'll see. David is a little stressed out, and I'm, you know, like, you know, you can't change anything, so stop worrying about what might be. I mean, that's what he keeps telling me whenever I'm stressing about, you know, different stuff. He tells me, you know, just stop worrying about it, just stop thinking about it. And now I'm like, you know what you usually tell me? And he's like, yeah, I know. It's like, I'm just telling you, you know. Now you know how annoying it is when other people tell you to stop thinking about something that's bothering your mind, driving you crazy. We just have different things that drives us nuts like that. But yeah, I mean, we will have to see. Hopefully we'll know something very soon. And we're like, I mean, depending on how much they will end up having to do, we might even be relocated, because we can't live in a house with no flooring and no running water, you know, all of that jazz, especially with 3 cats. I mean, if they're going to walk in and out of the house and whatnot, we need to make sure that the cat doesn't run out, because we had that scare yesterday again. Apparently we figured out that if Flux is rubbing himself, and that's what we think it is, at least one of the cats have been, you know, rubbing against the cat-proof door that we have made out in the sunroom, and rubbed hard enough for the door to open up. And I was in the bathroom, and when I came out, I saw that the door was open. So I went out there, and luckily enough, both Pelle and Spock was right outside, and they came running in when I came out there. But Max, he was gone. Just poof. So David had just returned from a bike ride, so I went out telling him, you know, Max is gone. They got the cat-proof door opened. So I was running outside with a box of treats that he loves, and rattling it and calling for him, looking behind all the bushes and flowers, and, you know, trying to get him so that I can get him inside. And then I saw him through the hatch into our neighbor, and I tried to get him to come through it, but he wouldn't. So I was like, okay, I need to go in and get him. But by the time that I got up in there, he was gone. So he had, you know, run into another garden. So back to our garden I went, and I kept rattling with all the snacks. And I was about to make a post in our local Facebook group about if you see this cat, please let me know, because he's an indoor cat and he got outside. So and then I saw him coming in from one of the neighboring gardens, and when he saw me, our cat has this, and I know from Galaxy Jackson, you know, the cat whisperer or whatever they're calling him, that this is really a thing, that they're shaking their tails viciously because they're happy to see you. And he does that all the time, shaking his tail and you know, basically stepping around himself in little circles, and his little tuckers is shaking viciously. And then I went over to him, and he was, you know, rubbing himself against my leg. So I grabbed him and got him inside. And then David and I was like, okay, how can we make sure that no matter how much they rub up against that sliding door, they can't get out? So David found this elastic thingy that you can use for your bike and whatnot to keep things stuck there. And we figured out a way to secure the door. So hopefully we won't have that issue again. And I mean, that's why we would prefer, you know, that it won't happen again, in case we have to have, you know, people out here running in and out of the house. You know, we need to make sure that none of the cats can get out again, because my little heart was so distraught by the thought of Max being gone. So yeah, can you hang on a second? Okay, sorry, I had something I needed to do, but I'm back again, and I totally forgot what we were talking about. So yeah, this week, like I said, I'm going to babysit Rosa again on Thursday, well, tomorrow that is. And then my aunt, my mom's sister, invited us down for dinner on Sunday. So I won't be going live this Sunday because we're getting down there at 5 p.m. my time. And usually I go live at 7 p.m. my time, so I don't think we'll be home by then. I'm pretty sure we won't be home until much, much later. I'm really sorry, but you know what, it's summer and a lot of people are out and about, and you know, maybe people will miss me and more people will be there next Sunday. You never know. I don't know. But anyway, I won't be live this Sunday. I'm really sorry, and I'm gonna miss you really bad, because I actually really like talking to you guys on Sundays. David was also surprised that I was like, oh yeah, well, we can go down there to dinner. But like, are you sure? It is a Sunday. It's your life. I'm like, yeah, I know. But she really wants to see us, and it's been a while, and her daughter and her boyfriend have moved back to Denmark, so, and we haven't seen them yet, and yeah, we do need family time, right? Oh yeah, and David is starting his summer vacation this Friday, so we'll have 3 weeks off together. People are laughing when I say that we're having summer vacation, because they're like, well, you're on vacation all the time. And like, well, you might say that, but for me, it's when David is off on vacation, I'm off on vacation, you know? It might sound weird or whatnot, but that's just how it is for me anyway. Because other than, if, you know, every other day it's just, you know, a regular day, but yeah, I don't know. It might only make sense to me, I don't know. You never know, you never know. My brain tends to work differently than others, so it might only make sense to me. Which is okay. So yeah, and we don't really have a lot of plans. We are talking about going to Langeland, which is an island south of Funen, where they have this Second World War fort, where you can see, you know, airplanes and bunkers and stuff like that. David is interested in that kind of things, and so is my brother, so we might bring him and Rosa along. If nothing else, Rosa and I think they might have a playground, so Rosa and I can play at the playground while the nerds take a look around. I don't know. I mean, I just had a trip down history this Friday, you know. I mean, I love history. I love learning, you know, history of my country, but at the same time I'm like, you know, and so this is double-edged, you know. I think learning about a war is horrible, but at the same time it's important that we don't forget. You know, we are not to forget what happened, and we're not to forget all those people who gave their lives for, you know, peace for the rest of us. And we also need a reminder, you know, what happened, so that it won't happen again, even though I'm still pretty sure it is happening again. Just, you know, other people than the Jews. But that is my opinion, and I'm pretty darn sure that everybody is agreeing with me, especially politicians who is among those who is, you know, making sure that it's happening again, or whatever you want to say it. Basically, like last time, where it was one guy, one politician, or whatever you wanted to call him, that spewed a lot of hate. Now it is happening again, but not just in one country, but several countries. And yeah, I mean, this is my opinion. And you don't have to agree, and I don't want to, you know, make this into a politician debate or anything. It's just what I've noticed, you know, which is fine. You know, we're allowed to have different opinions, as long as we respect one another, you know. We don't have to agree on everything. But that is just my few cents of whatnot. And I know that not everybody can talk about subjects like politics and stuff like that without getting personal and in your face. So please don't. I mean, yeah, but we're probably going down there with my brother and Rosa, and then I hope that we can go to Germany for some shopping. We are in dire needs of almonds and some of these bars that David brings along when he's out biking, and maybe even some soda. I need some Pepsi in my life. We're almost out, so yeah, we need some of those. Not to know that it is strictly necessary, we can't do without, but if we're going, I mean, why not? Why not bring home some sodas? It is getting a little dark here, and I don't want to turn on a lot of lights, so maybe I just finish off this color, and then I'm going to end it for today, so that I can, you know, get this put together and upload it for you guys to watch. Otherwise it'll just be me yabbing to myself, which is no fun, at least not for me. I mean, I know what I've been saying, you know, that's no news to me. But yes, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to tell me how you're doing, what you've been working on, and you know, whatever. If you have anything you want to tell me, please do so down in the comment section. I love to hear from you guys. I love reading your comments. I love responding to your comments in my responding to your comments videos, and I hope you like those videos as well. I enjoy making them, at least. So yeah, I finished my color, and yeah, I hope to see you in my next video. I'm gonna do an unboxing. So yeah, hit the like button, let me know how you're doing, what you're up to, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everybody. Bye. Love you all. Take care. Bye.